Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Ducks offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. McGain is good enough for a first down near the 38. A new set of downs after that completion. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he's got his man open downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Ducks are on the move here. Press coverage now from the secondary. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring out second down.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with 2 guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
And he's got it. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Looking to pass here on second down. Snags the quick throw. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And the Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Sending the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Moore. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Oregon. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The Tigers offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. The offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And they stop him, but not before an explosive play. Moves the ball all the way to the 32.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Looking for a gap. It's Jones. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. First and goal now. A chance to get level after allowing the opening touchdown. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down and goal upcoming. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And tackled there by the defense.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? He'll hand it off. Runs right over the defender. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. One play, they're already past the 40, first and 10. The shotgun running play call. Breaks loose at the 45. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. The Ducks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Grab behind the line, it's sticky. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. To throw, it's Moore. Receiver makes the catch. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down. 7th play of the drive coming up. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out from inside his end zone. Returner tackle right there. That's when we'll start the drive. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. And there's the handoff. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Back in motion now. Looking to pass here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
He's back to throw again on second down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Missouri. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel looking like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Offense getting... Scanning the field, it's Moore. It's caught. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. The Ducks will line up to kick it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Using his legs, it's Jones. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. Second down after that run on the previous play. Motion by the back, defense better adjust. Always looking to throw. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Finds his man. It's Miller. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Here's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the tailback's got it again. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Dropping back. It's Moore. Launching it. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
This is textbook defensive back play right here. He's in phase with the wide receiver. And the thing that I love, and a lot of defensive backs don't have the ability to do, he gets his head turned around, eyes on the quarterback to know when the ball is coming to allow him to knock it away.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Shotgun formation here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Dickey. And a timeout is called. A important stage late here in the second quarter. And the Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And it's caught inside the 10. And they're finally able to stop him. A huge gain and a touchdown-saving tackle as time runs out in the first half. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Caught over the middle. It's Miller. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And now the handoff. That run moves the ball across the 35. Second down play coming up. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll run it here. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quick throw to the left side. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. After that huge play, this offense is now in scoring position. They move into the red zone quickly.
Boy, Chris, you wonder what the next play will be for this offensive coordinator. Anytime you hit a big play like that, you get into the red zone, there's a tendency to want to go after the jugular, use that momentum to your advantage. Let's see what they call right here.
Trying to run, it's Jones. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Missouri. This offense is still clicking. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain the drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Defense. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kirk, it's Missouri with the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Backed up 2nd and long at the 17. Back to throw. It's Moore. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. He's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught on the outside. It's McClellan. And he goes down, but the important thing, it's enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Running out of time in the pocket. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's low. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Caught over the middle. It's low. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the mark.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Missed his receiver on the left sideline. Incomplete. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Looking downfield. It's Moore. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down. And the Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Grab down the middle. It's Stewart. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Oregon. Strong game by this quarterback. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Boy, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. He'll hand it off. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that previous play. Ball handed off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's 3rd down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Boy, questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
Leading here in the 4th quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop.
I mean, I hate to second guess here, but why in the world with this lead wouldn't you just punt the ball away and allow your defense to ice this football game? This now gives this offense great field position and a chance to really take advantage of it.
4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, down 8. They've got to score and at a 2-point conversion to tie it. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Boy, the offense has done their job putting this touchdown up on the board here, Chris. Now, late in the game, down 2, every offensive coordinator saves 2 or 3 two-point plays for this very instance. Let's see what they go with to see if they can tie this game up.
And he's got it. The conversion is good, and we are all tied up here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. It's a quick grab. And he's tackled after the catch.
Let me tell you something, Chris. That is a great play by that defender. You're talking about one of the elite receivers with incredible speed. With space, he's got room to shake and get free and pick up more yards. But a great tackle in the open field right there to prevent it.
Quick throw over the middle. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Looking for some space. It's Lacey. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
And the same runner's got it again. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. They go in front in the final minute of play.
What a job by this offense to get this go-ahead score with such little time left. I loved how they managed the clock, managed the situation. They score, and now you give your opponent such little time to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll take a knee here, not wanting to spend time on a return. They'll start at the 25. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Back to pass. It's Moore. He's running out of time here. Oh, they've got him, and that'll do it. A walk-off sack to preserve the win. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.